Basically infatuated with the in-between, the ups, the downs, the curves and the rounds. I'll bring it to your city or your hometown. I'll go back in time when the feeling was fine, when funkin' was legal and it wasn't a crime. Party people lined up and down the way, a bigger celebration than your birthday. Funkin' up the neighborhood, I felt the fool cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt the fool cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. And I have seen the world pristine, funk you up in the bushes, funk you down in the trees. Now look around, all the frowns, the yellow, the white, the red and the brown. And keep in mind, it never costs a dime, cause funkin' is free, I remember the time. Now look today, the streets are gray, time to take it back to yesterday. Funkin' in the neighborhood, I felt the fool cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt the fool cause the funkin' was good. It was good in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood, I felt full cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood.
And we're live. Oh, there's Stevie.
Okay. Am I
Double split.
There we
on the
go.
screen or is Stevie on the screen? Or
Stevie's
is all of us on the screen?
We're all on the screen. There we go.
All right, Stevie, you get my line tonight. You got to tell everybody we're back.
And we're back with
There we
another
go.
episode of Underdog Plus.
Underdog Journey. My name is Wes. This guy over here is David. In the middle is Stevie Evans from Big Bentley's Pet Supply Company. Back here behind me somewhere is Matthew Harmon. We got a full house.
Yeah, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, and I can't see any screens right now. Literally, everything over here is black. I've got nothing except audio right now.
Weird.
I believe Stevie has a guest with him as well.
I did.
Stevie.
I have my son.
Well, I must say that I think we need the introduction of Stevie's guest before we can do anything else.
I don't know if you can see him very well. I'm trying to get it, but there he is. But this is Shia Luke. He was born at 25 weeks.
Wow.
So super premature. Okay. But he has done awesome. Like
That is great.
Yeah, so he was born at 1 pound 14 ounces.
Wow.
Yeah, and now he's 4 pounds 10 ounces.
That is amazing.
Yeah. So he is a gift from God, like literally. So it was kind of funny. My wife just liked the name Shia. You know, we all know the actor Shia LaBeouf. It had nothing to do with him, but my wife liked his name.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided to name him Shia, and then after he was born, my father-in-law informed me that Shia in Hebrew means gift from God. So
Oh, wow.
it was very fitting. Yeah.
Well, that is great. That is awesome.
That's super cool. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, and thank you for joining.
How's the mama doing?
She's good. She's good. Finally back to work. Thank you. I'm just, back to work. Her did after surgery. So kind of back, but very abnormal.
Well, some of your audio is cutting out there, but man, we're glad to hear that your baby's doing okay, that your wife is doing great, and thanks for joining us. You're joining us from the hospital, holding your newborn baby. That's dedication, man.
Yeah, that's
I appreciate it.
what you got to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, totally.
That's the dedication we're all looking for.
So to everybody watching and listening, this is the Underdog Journey, and Stevie Evans is with us, the creator of Big Bentley's Pet Supply Company. So, Stevie, we talked to you a while ago about your business and and how you're starting up and what you're doing. Can you just remind everybody what your business is? Like, what do you do?
Yeah. So I manufacture cleaning pet market.
So your audio did cut out there a little bit. So you make cleaning supplies for dogs and stuff to clean up dog pee stains and smells and stuff like that.
Right. So right now, and I apologize for the audio. Can you hear me?
No apologies needed. Last thing we want you to do is start yelling into your microphone right now.
Gotcha. Yeah, I just hear like static on my.
Yeah, so you're good. You're good. It just cuts in and out every once in a while, in and out. So you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the last time I talked to you guys,
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I was on the cusp, okay, of something, of kind of like getting that deal that would propel it to the next phase. Now I'm still kind of on that cusp, but I got some great news this morning.
Yeah.
I am an official vendor with Feeder's Pet Supply.
Official vendor. Nice.
Yes. So the last time I talked to you guys, I was on basically a trial,
Mm-hmm.
and the trial went on a little longer than expected. I was thinking it would be like around a month, maybe 2 months. It actually went 3 months. And they finally.
So it sounds like even after the 3 months, it pulled through and came through for you. So
yeah, right. So it was worth the wait.
it's good.
No, that is great.
What does they say? The good things come to those who wait. You need to tell your son that.
Right. Right.
That's funny. So Stevie, when I talked to you yesterday, we were talking about some strides you made with your business, some digital marketing efforts you made. I want to check out your website real quick because I was testing out the ecom functionality, and it looks great. So I apologize to.
Thank you. Yeah, that's really cool. Yes. Yes. Uh, I really like it. I just want to keep it nice and simple, not be too wordy, just to the point. And plus, it's my first website. So, I got plenty of time to evolve and do different things if I want to add features, certain things. But hard. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Come on now. I need that money now. Come on. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah. I've actually had people pay with Cash App too. Yeah, yeah. So another thing too that's changed since I talked to you guys, I've added two new products. So you guys know about the stain remover and the urine destroyer.
Hmm.
I also have a laundry booster. I don't know if I told you all about that last time.
No.
But so what it is, it's basically an additive to your regular detergent, and it helps get out additional stains and odors in your clothes or your pet laundry.
Hmm.
It,
Nice.
it's very, very effective. And then I added a riser.
Oh, we didn't hear any of that. You,
I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
it's just choppy. That's all. If you repeat yourself.
Okay. So I added a pet deodorizer,
Yeah. Oh,
and you can actually spray it on your pet. It's made with organic ingredients. It's kind of one of those clean bath sprays. Like if they're smelling a little funky, go ahead and knock off some of that odor.
yeah.
Um, and then the pet bedding is for all the pet lounging areas.
Right.
So pet bed, pillows, mattresses, car interior, whatever.
Hmm.
If you want to neutralize the odor, it's a broad spectrum odor neutralizer.
Hmm.
So it'll do multiple malodors. And there's something that I wanted to talk to you about here in a little bit in regards to the pipes and the smoke in the pipe in the house. I saw that video; it was awesome, by the way.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, but yeah, so I kind of want to talk about that. But yeah, we're just growing. I'm in like 14 locations now, and now I'm trying to move in heavy on the digital marketing
Yeah.
aspect to drive sales to my website. um you know I love the brick and mortar being in the location. I think it's great, but my bread and butter, I feel like it needs to be the e-commerce side.
Absolutely. So let's
It's like somebody watched the show last week.
exactly. Stevie's been keeping up, man. So let's talk about your digital marketing growth strategies. So you know, I know that you want to push people towards your e-com, which is really, like you said, that's where your bread and butter is going to be.
Right.
But you're in a lot of brick and mortar locations right now. Tell us how you got into all those. Did you actually physically have to go out and talk to these people? Oh, David, you switched cameras there. We saw your bed. What happens in Vegas?
Calm down.
Come on now. This is a family show, David.
I've tried because I'm sorry. The screen up here where it's a lifetime for me is still blank. So I don't know. Should you be sharing your screen with me? I don't know what's going on here.
Stevie, can you see the screen?
I can see both you guys.
Okay, he can see our screen. So if you're looking at Skype, David, you should see my screen.
I've got that down. I can look at Skype. Oh, well.
I apologize.
It is what it is.
It is. We're still working on the technology. We live in the 21st century, but we're still working on live streaming. But
hey,
wait, so
one thing I want to say about the NICU in here, it's literally like my own private little room. Like they've done such a nice job at this NICU at the University of Kentucky. Yeah.
That is awesome. I'm so glad to hear that your family's doing well and they're taking care of you guys. That is awesome. That is really cool.
Yeah. So you were asking about the locations?
Yeah. So did you actually have to physically go out and talk to people and you drive your product out there for resupply?
Yeah. So I just recently joined a business networking group out of Louisville. It's called the
It's called what now? Repeat that.
It's called the Chamber of St. Matthew.
One more time.
I said the Chamber of St. Matthews.
Okay.
Okay, but anyway, I was up there at a meeting, and I just decided to go out and sell, you know.
Yeah.
And I stopped at a dog grooming place, and it was called like Melissa's Dog Grooming in New Albany. So I stopped in there. They wanted to sell my products, you know, to their customers, and the primary wasn't there, but I kept on a bottle of my urine for the reception while I was there.
So you cut out there. If I heard correctly, you left a bottle of your urine destroyer. And
no, I was showing her the products.
Okay.
And then I actually sold her a bottle while I was there.
Oh, there you go. That's awesome. So
yeah. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, so, I mean, just the legwork that you put into this is incredible. I mean, the fact that you're so you and I, when I talked to you yesterday, you were driving back from, what, Louisville? Louisville. I can't say it right because I'm from Ohio. Louisville. You were driving back from Louisville, and because you're driving all over the place, taking your product around, actually talking to people in these brick and mortar stores, and we'll get into the digital marketing, but I think a big part that people overlook is the FaceTime that you put in.
Yeah, and you know, it's kind of weird because you can tell I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just learning on the fly because I feel like now looking back on it, I did everything in reverse. It was like I felt like, you know, with my website.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of went at it like, look, I've got product here, and I'm just going to sell it to whoever will listen to me.
Sure.
So that's pretty much like I just looked at it like that, and because I wasn't really on the technology aspect at that time. So that wasn't my main focus. So I focused on talking to folks. It's kind of how I go in.
So some of your audio cut out there, but you know, I just want to make sure everybody knows that like you think you did things kind of backwards. I think you did things in exactly the right way. In fact, a lot of people start out with going to like farmers markets and things like that, and these festivals, and actually selling stuff there to, like you said, literally anybody who will talk to you, and you can sell one. Yeah. And that's exactly the right way to go. That's awesome. And the fact that the fact that you're expanding into e-com and you know that like that's where you're really going to start making the money, I think you're right on track. Just so you guys know, though, my kids are probably about on the way down to say hi. And this is usually the time of night when we have our live studio audience. So here's my son Locke. Locke, what do you got, buddy? What do you got for us?
Oops, get the craw.
Oh, he dropped a crayon. Oh, sorry. So,
Let me get to the trash.
oh, okay. And Catherine, what do you got? What are you showing us here? Oh, she has a ceramic turtle.
Yeah, I'm on a delay. I can't see what they're showing me tonight
Dave,
until it comes up.
Locke, can you say hi to Steve?
Oh,
and David?
okay. The
Hi.
turtle is just now on the screen for me.
Oh,
Say hi to Shia.
that's Stevie's baby, Shia. That's a newborn baby. Isn't that nice?
I can't see it, so.
Well, it's a little
Try.
blurry. You can see it.
Mm,
Yeah, that's a cute baby, huh?
yeah. It has a mustache.
That's not a mustache. That's a host so it can breathe good.
That's a goatee. That is a goatee.
That baby's got a white goatee. Got more facial hair than I do. So yeah, so Stevie's. How old is your baby now, Stevie?
33 weeks.
33 weeks. Was the preemie? How much does he weigh now?
25 weeks.
25 weeks. Was 25 weeks premature?
Yes.
Born at 25 weeks. How much? So what was the weight when he was born?
1 pound 14 ounces.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Wow.
tiny baby.
Amazing.
So
Yeah, see, but now it's 4 pounds and X amount of ounces. But when I quadruple my weight, nobody's cheering me on.
Right.
right? That's not fair.
This cat's ridiculous.
Alright.
Okay.
That's my luck.
Good night.
So-
Bye.
Okay. Yeah. Don't.
Good night, kiddos.
Night.
Bye.
All right. Good night, kids. Catherine, take your turtle.
Night, sweetheart.
Did you know I
Is the
saw?
family gone?
Did you know I saw a real box turtle at the Bears class?
Oh, she saw a real box turtle in her bear's classroom.
I saw a real turtle.
And you saw a real turtle? We have a turtle upstairs. Named
No,
Neville.
that's a tortoise.
Oh, it's a tortoise. We only have a tortoise, not a turtle.
I got eaten by a turtle.
Get it right.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Yeah, pet the cat goodnight. they got to say goodnight to the cat. This is how we run a business here.
I bet
Okay. So sorry, Stevie. We do this every week.
That's all right.
And
That's all right.
I'm sure you'll be doing the same thing. So speaking of the interesting life of live streaming, you've been doing some videos and live streaming on your Facebook channel.
Yeah.
How's the response been on that?
Very good. People love to support it when you're giving something away. So I'll do like a monthly thing where like I'll give away some products. It's not much. The only thing I'm out is like the shipping and the cost of the product, which is not that bad. So that's something it really people to like post and stuff because trying to get any and everybody to see it, but yeah, so that's been going. Can you hear me?
It's choppy. It goes in and out.
Oh, okay, because it gets kind of loud on my end, like as far as the like feedback. But like I can't.
Oh, I missed what you just said.
Yeah, it's like it's really static.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's all right. But what was he talking about?
Oh yeah, so the response on your live streams and your videos. Sorry, I know you got your hands.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine.
I'm sorry. So yeah, I want to start doing like a YouTube channel and stuff. Like just do little videos and it just kind of keep the momentum going, man. I feel like I'm in a space now where more and more people are starting to know about what I'm doing, and they'll be more prone to support it. I got to do a better job at just branding my products. Yeah. And then doing the correct targeting, and then focus on the e-commerce aspect, and just keep pushing, man. Because I feel like I'm right there.
Oh, dude, you're so close. And like we were talking about yesterday, the branding that you're talking about is right exactly where you need to be. In fact, the simple fact you're doing more videos online, doing live streams, I mean, look what we're doing. Brand recognition is how you're going to explode, and you're so close. So,
Right.
David and I have mentioned in the past, it only takes 7 points of connection before you get true brand recognition with your customers. That means if they see your logo 7 times, if they hear somebody talk about your brand, just simple exposure to your brand 7 times is the key to brand recognition. That way, if they're thinking, oh, I need this product, they're not going to think of so-and-so over here that they only hear about it once in a while. They're going to think of Big Bentley's. Or, it just sticks in your head a lot more. And that's exactly what you need to go for. So you're totally right with creating more content online. So building an online community is going to be huge for you.
Yeah, and another thing too, I'm trying to focus on Google reviews.
Yes, yeah.
I'm up to 23 right now. I'm waiting on yours to come through, so that'll be 24.
Mm-hmm. I'll leave you to review.
But yeah, that and also adding photos to your reviews really helps too.
Right. So what that is, go ahead.
Yeah, because Google loves saving your picture.
Right. So that plays on 2 fronts. One, where you're talking about
Google loves content.
They do. So where you're talking about Google loving the content, that means that they actually have more content to show that is verifiable from an actual customer. From your perspective, what that adds is something called social proof. And social proof is basically like me saying, you know what, I can give you all this great information about my business. Listen to me, it's my business, of course I should know. But you, as somebody who has no idea who I am, you don't care what I have to say. However, if you go to my website or you look at my Google reviews and they see Joe Schmo over here, they see this joker behind me, Matt Harmon, leaving a comment and a photo, you're like, oh, you're more likely to believe him because he's not actually associated with the company. You know what I mean?
Right.
That social proof makes all the difference in the world. That's why, like, you go on Amazon and you're much more likely to buy a product that has 500 reviews versus the exact same product that has no reviews.
Exactly. So like, I'm just asking folks if they, like, I'll ask them, after they purchase it, if somebody orders one online, I'll say, hey, if you love the product, please leave a 5-star review on Google. Just trying to build that. My goal is to have 100 by the end of the year.
That's awesome. That's a great goal.
Yeah.
That is a great goal. So how have your sales been doing lately?
They've been doing pretty good. I've actually, I just paid my taxes for the first quarter, and it was the most amount of taxes I've paid so far. So that's good.
When you start moving up in the tax brackets, it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah. So I've actually, my online has been building steam. Like my online.
Yep.
So that's what I'm kind of sorry. I
just lost you. It sounds like when you get static on your side, like your audio goes out on this side. I apologize.
That's all right. But yeah, so yeah, everything for Big Bentley's is going okay. But I'm not trying to like overextend myself, but I've got a couple great opportunities in front of me that I've got to jump on, and I'll share a couple of them with you really quick if you'd like.
Sure. Or is this anything that you're willing to share this information publicly now ahead of time, right?
Yeah. I'll go ahead and talk about it. So coming very, very soon. It's not going to be Big Bentley's, but it's going to be a separate brand, and we are going to produce shampoo for a company. Okay, that's turned out to be a very good deal. So pretty soon, once I launch, help them launch their shampoo, I'll probably do my own.
Nice. So you're essentially creating a label product for this other company.
Yes, exactly. So then also I have a flea and tick spray that I'll be adding to the line as well.
Oh, nice.
So, and it's very cost effective, and it basically checks all the boxes, and why not, YOLO,
Totally. So these 2 new products, are they going to be as, like family safe and like clean as Big Bentley's?
Yes. The flea and tick spray is all organic, like 100%. And the shampoo, it's like no animal like testing, like it's like 99.9% organic. Like it's good. It's a good product.
That's cool.
but also to go to your YouTube channel there, talking about the pipe smoke, developing a tobacco odor eliminator.
That's awesome. I can tell you right now, there is a built-in audience for that.
Yeah,
cigar bars all the time, pipe smokers.
Yes, yeah. So
I am definitely interested.
So here's the thing.
So, go ahead.
When it comes time to do product testing on this, give it to David and I. We will test this out on every kind of smoke you can imagine. Legal smoke. Legal smoke.
There are some smokes I'm not going to get.
Yeah, legal smokes. As long as it's a legal, something you don't need a prescription for, we'll test it.
Yep. And I've got something else in the works too. I won't share it now.
Ooh.
I'll save that one for later, but
Okay.
I got more on the way.
That is
Leave
awesome.
them wanting more. Right there. Stevie Evans showing you how it's done. Leave them wanting more.
Absolutely. Stevie. So you and I talked a little bit before about your digital marketing efforts. So what have you been doing? What do you think has been working? What do you think you need to improve on?
Well, so I did run a Google ad.
Mm-hmm.
I did it the classical keyword search way.
Mm-hmm.
It was not the right way to do that. Lesson learned. I'm glad that you kind of broke down the long tail and soft tail for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I appreciate that. So I'm actually going to do another one because Google's a great resource, right? We all know that. So I'm gonna do another one, but I'm gonna focus in on like what I'm actually getting people to type in.
Right.
Like, I need to make it more of a statement rather than just a blank keyword.
Right. Exactly. So I'll break this down a little bit. Basically, Stevie's talking about the long tail and short tail keywords for running Google Ads. And what that means is when you have a short tail keyword, you're basically bidding on ads. When somebody searches for, we'll say dogs, right? When somebody bids on the word dogs or dog food, something like that, that's a short tail. And that's something that really big brands, really big companies spend a lot more money bidding on that keyword. So when you do a search for dogs or dog food, dog pee, something like that, these big brands are much more likely to be, top of the rankings when you do that search, especially for their ads.
Right.
And people with a normal budget like you and I could never afford to compete with these big brands. So what Stevie needs to do is use what's called a long tail. What are you shushing me for? David, shush me.
Who? Oh,
It was the sound of the bottle opener.
He wasn't shushing me. It was his soda. So
Lemon sparkling water.
that actually sounds pretty refreshing. Add some bourbon to that, you got yourself a drink. So what Stevie needs to do is use what's called a long tail keyword. So instead of saying dogs or dog pee or dog urine,
Dog urine.
what you need to do is put in a keyword for the entire phrase. Dog urine smell removal, dog pee stain removal, things like that. And the longer you stretch that out, the more affordable that keyword's going to be, and the more specific you're going to get with that specific search. So you're actually more likely to get people who are going to buy your product because they're looking for something very specific that you are going to be top of the rankings for.
Does that work on Instagram too?
Well, if you're using keywords, yes. Okay. However, that actually brings up something interesting. So Matt Harmon behind me brought up Instagram. So I understand that you also ran some Facebook ads that weren't really that effective either.
Right.
So as Steve and I were talking about yesterday, Facebook, it used to be the marketplace. If you had a business and you advertised on Facebook, you had a great ROI, return on investment. You were going to make some great sales from Facebook. And unfortunately, it's not the case anymore. Running Facebook ads actually still does work, but not to sell your product. You really want to run Facebook ads for that brand recognition that we were talking about, because that's just one more exposure to people who are looking for a product like yours. If you actually want to sell your product, Stevie, you're a lot better off using, Google, or if you want to run on social media, you're much better off doing Instagram. Or another thing that you and I mentioned is getting some micro-influencers.
Right.
So to explain to everybody else out there also, micro influencers. David and I have talked about this in the past. You're looking at anybody with between 1,000 and 5,000 followers. So it comes down to doing your homework. Find people in your niche that have about that range of followers. What you then do is you reach out to them, say, hey, you know what? I'd love for you to try this product. I don't have a whole lot to pay you right now, but I would love for you to try it. And if you like it, just give me a shout out on social. That's it.
Yeah.
But guess what?
Yeah. Hey, Wes.
Yeah.
I forgot. So you're telling this story about the micro influencer.
Uh-huh.
So this literally just happened to me about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So there's this popular Instagram account called Dogs of Louisville.
Mm-hmm.
And he just posts pictures of other people's dogs and puts the description of them, and they get a lot of interaction, like she's doing like 200 to 400 likes per post.
Mm-hmm.
Got 6,000 followers too.
Yeah.
So I reached out to her, and she was very receptive. I sent her 3 of my products, so that it cost me about, I don't know, $20 some, like the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And sent it to her, and she actually made an Instagram post about my product.
Right, and it cost you nothing but those 3 products and postage.
Right, exactly. Now, the reaction post it got pretty good likes, like 51.
Mm-hmm.
Like kind of like an ad type thing, people aren't more prone to like support it that good, but I thought it was pretty good exposure, and it was definitely worth the investment.
Yeah, well, so what that also buys you though is it's a smaller audience, but it's a more dedicated audience because these people specifically follow this one influencer. But at the same time, it gives you that brand recognition we were talking about. If it's on her channel, her feed, infinitely, it's there forever. So anybody who goes back historically looks at her stuff, it's still there. And you now have the ability to go back and reshare her post on your story anytime you want. Or anybody that you know can go back to her thing and share that on their story anytime they want and share it out. I mean, it's there for use in perpetuity.
Right.
Which is the great thing. I mean, and again, it costs you infinitely less than trying to hire, a giant influencer to post their stuff. I mean, look at these huge influencers. Like I hate to say it, look at one of the Jenners, like Kylie Jenner. I mean, she'll charge $1 million for a single Instagram post. Now, for the giant brands who can afford that, I guess it pays off. But, for most people, that's a joke, man.
Yeah, exactly. And so another thing, I don't want to give away all my product, but I did get some sample bottles of my urine destroyer and stain remover.
Mm-hmm.
And at some of these little business things that I've been doing, I've been passing them out.
Mm-hmm.
And, I put a QR code on it so people can scan it, go to my website and purchase the product. That's just kind of what I'm really driving is the website big time. Yeah,
that is awesome. So, Stevie, I just want to be cognizant of your time. You said you only had about a half hour. Are we still good?
Yeah. So, I'll go ahead and jump off here, but, I'll definitely be in touch with you guys. I should, in about a month or so, I'll probably have 3 more things that I'm going to be selling. So
that is awesome, man.
And there's some other ideas and some other avenues that I'm very, very, very excited about. That it's not with Big Bentleys, it's going to be with something else. And I'm just going for it, man. And I think that we're on to something. And I just hope that everybody just keep supporting, keep buying local. My products are the best. Sorry to tell everybody, but they really are. You just have to give them a try. And once you do, you'll be too. So
no, absolutely.
The product practically sells itself.
Right.
So we're going to link out to your Facebook page and your website, Big Bentley's Pet Supply Company. I wholly recommend it. I mean, I have a bottle of this stuff and it's great. So Stevie, thanks a lot for joining us, man. We will talk soon.
All right, absolutely. See you guys.
Yeah, man. Talk to you later.
Bye, Stevie.
Bye, Dave.
See you guys. See you, Stevie.
All right, David. Stevie's awesome.
Oh, is he?
Oh, I'm sorry you couldn't see my screen there.
I still can't see your screen.
Well, it's
I'm literally staring at up here. I got a blank screen. I'll see the Underdog Journey logo, and then I see, what if I touch that logo? Who knows what's
I'm
going
sharing my screen out.
on. I don't know.
I'm sharing my screen out. I don't know what to tell you.
Who knows?
So let me try this again.
Well.
So David, in the meantime, while I'm trying to share my screen out to you, we still have that fishing competition coming up, where we're raising
There it
money
is.
for
I got it
Easter
now.
seals of Central and Southern Ohio.
Yes.
Can you tell us the deal on that? What's going on?
Well, that's May 15th, I believe. Here I am typing it in. We go to Shannon Black's website, Shannon Black's page here, so I can pull that up. So May 15th, I think it's 11 to 3. Let's see here. We got some free fishing passes for those of you that are down in the area. We've got Spring Valley, Sky Lake, Lake Butler, Windmill Lake, Cherokee Lake, Wildcat Lake. And there are other people still getting into this. These are other lakes that we're not at doing this. This is Bailey's Pay Lake down in Arton, Ohio.
Arton.
For those that aren't there, that's spelled A-R, Arton, down in Ironton, Ohio. And we're on May 15th for the Easter Seals of Central and Southern Ohio. That's who the fundraising is for.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be having a great time. There's going to be live music. There's going to be stuff for the kids. If nothing else, the kids will have a fun time laughing at Wes trying to fish. So it's going to be a great time for everybody. We've got food that's going to be down there. They've got, for those of you guys who know, there's a brand new Abby Garcia C4 setup that's getting in the raffle. If you want to be part of the fishing tournament, you can actually join in. It's a $25 entry fee that all of us will be paying. So that's going to cover the lake is taking a very small cut of it.
Yeah.
I mean, barely operating.
Well, because the pay is a private business. They need to pay their bills.
They've got to at least be able to pay to have the place open that day. So they're doing that, and all of the other money is going to the Easter Seals. So it's a great thing. A lot of people doing some great things down there. So I don't know half these people. Okay, so we've got a group called the Blue Cat Mafia, Real Life Outdoors, of course, for Shannon Black, Catfish Freaks, the Big Dusters, K&M Outdoors, Walk Talk Fish Channel, Wild Bill, the Weekend Schwarper. I guess that's the noise you make when you whip the pole up real quick.
Schwarper.
There's another one here I can't make out. And England. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 11 YouTube channels.
Wow,
getting in on this right now.
That is awesome. So 11 YouTube channels. Is that counting us or not counting us?
That's counting us. We got one. Yeah, 11 counting us.
Okay.
That are in on it right now, and it just seems to keep growing and growing. There's a lot of people interested. There's some promo videos out there. Sadly, Wes and I haven't had a chance, but we got to do it. Every other channel has made a promo video for this, so I think maybe tonight, either we do it tonight or we set up a time this weekend to get a promo channel or a promo video put together and get it posted down with them, so all of the other people can share it out, so that we're in with this. I have actually reached out to the mayor of Ironton and invited him in to the event.
You get a response yet?
No, but I'm calling him back again tomorrow to follow up on it to see if we can get him out there to it, because there's no reason for him not to be out there.
No, this is gonna be.
You hear him, because I know he's watching right now, because you know he has to. I mean, everybody watches the Underdog Journey on Wednesday nights. Even though we were a half hour late today, that was my fault, by the way. But I'm going to try to get him out there. And we're going to reach out and start talking to some other bigger organizations and try to get some real good local involvement into this event. It doesn't matter. We're going to have a blast.
Yeah.
And the Easter Seals is going to get shown that they matter in the community, and the community's behind not only them, but what they do and who they help.
Yeah. So Shannon Black set up a GoFundMe to raise money, and all of the money from the GoFundMe actually goes towards, every penny from the GoFundMe goes towards the Seals of Central and Southern Ohio. So when we share that link out, if you're going to give to a charity this year, give to this one. There's a lot of stuff happening in the world, but the problem is everybody thinks about, the war in Ukraine. Everybody thinks about this thing happening on that side of the world. Unfortunately, when that happens, people forget about the people who need your help the most, which is right in your own backyard. So honestly, David just posted the link here. I'll put it up on screen. And every penny that's raised from this GoFundMe goes right to the Easter Seals and actually stays locally to that area. So there's actually a lot of people in the area that could really, really use your help. And it's an amazing organization. We met with them last year, and they do some great work.
Yeah, they did. They were instrumental in getting a couple of big things pulled together, and they had our fishing buddy down there with us as one of the people that benefited from them. Here's a link to the Easter Seals of Central Ohio. It's Central and Southern Ohio is what it covers, and it's you go on there, check it out. If you're questioning this, if you don't want to make the donation through the GoFundMe, I guarantee you there's a way you can make a donation directly to them. I think we actually had that set up last year, and I might see if we can look into maybe pulling that back again this year and saying, hey, we would rather have it go directly to their accounts because, Wes and I, we're lazy fundraisers. We don't want to process any dollars at all.
We do not want to touch your money. We want to get it right to the organization.
Yeah. So we are going to be having and we're going to talk about this after the show tonight. We're having a raffle, and we're raffling off a bottle of Blanton's bourbon with the net in the box, the whole thing, brand new bottle of Blanton's. And I might have added this one in, but we haven't even talked about what we're drinking tonight. But might have added this one in too. But I'm actually more interested in drinking this one. There goes the horse.
Do the horse race. So what are you drinking tonight, David? What do you got?
All right, so there we go. We've talked about that. We're going into it. Support them. They're doing great things. I love this. I'm using the iPad, of course, as you can tell, because it's as I move around, the camera's like, oh, where you at, bro?
Watching you.
So tonight, I have this lovely bottle of Colonel E.H. Taylor's finest small batch whiskey.
Nice.
Well, not whiskey, bourbon.
How is it?
So I haven't even opened this up yet.
Oh boy!
Literally just got it. We stopped down the street. I was like, man, I'll grab beer. And even if all I got to drink is some Bud Light, I want something. And the guy I'm working with goes in. He comes back out and says, "Oh, they don't have wine, but there's a liquor store right back there." And I'm thinking, all right, they'll have beer there. So I go in, no beer. They got wine and liquor. And I look behind the counter. He's got a couple of scotches. I'm like, dude, where's your bourbons? And he points behind me, and I turn around. I'm like, oh,
exactly,
because he has the lights were coming down. There were some cherubs up in the air.
Heavens
it
open
got
up.
Weird. It did. But he had Weller.
Yeah.
He had Blanton's. He had 3 different levels of Booker's.
Nice.
He had 2 different types of the E.H. Taylor's, and multiple bottles of Eagle Rare. I mean, I'm just the top shelf of his thing is the dream almost of us simple bourbon collectors, us simple bourbon, not collectors but drinkers.
That's good stuff. You almost never see some of those bourbons in stores ever.
No. I mean, some of those things. I mean, I haven't seen a bottle of E.H. Taylor.
Yeah.
In probably nearing a year.
So
just out on the shelf.
It's funny. Before the show, you actually mentioned to me that you could probably make a lot of money just going in there, buying the bourbon, and then reselling it.
Yeah.
I
could make $500 by morning.
I promise you, people do that.
Flipping that bourbon.
People do that. If you went in there and you bought every bottle of Blanton's they had, you'd have those sold in an hour, guaranteed.
Excellent year. So, in my normal state, now just before I pour this and start drinking it, and it's all of its deliciousness. Here's what happened, and here's why we're a half an hour late. So earlier this week, I was in Buffalo, New York, right?
Okay.
Lovely. We all love Buffalo. It's a gorgeous state, or a gorgeous city. I had buffalo wings. I went to the Buffalo Bills Stadium, and then I ran up to Niagara Falls.
Okay.
All right. So I got to do a little bit of it. I got to play a little bit of tourist.
Sure.
And which I don't typically. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I always try, but sometimes I don't get a chance to do that. So that's what I got to do. So then last night I got myself back to Syracuse, which is nice, and my home base right now. And then this morning I headed out, and right now I'm currently studying in the West Hamptons in Long Island, New York.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to go up into the Hamptons tomorrow. I got some places that I got to bounce around to. But on the way down here, coming through the lovely state of New Jersey.
Of course.
There's this 2-lane road. It's technically a freeway, but not really a freeway.
Oh.
And somebody decided, you know what? There's no exits here. There's no merging. I'm just going to run my car into the median. And we came to a 3-hour. In 3 hours, I traveled about a half mile.
Ooh, no, man, no.
Yeah.
That sounds horrible.
It was every bit of hell for me because I took multiple pictures of, hey, it's still that car that's been in front of me for the last hour and a half, hour 45 minutes, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, 3 hours. For the love of God, I want to just run my car into the median because then they'll send an ambulance after me and I can go somewhere else.
You need a good work from home situation, my friend.
I do have a good work from home situation.
You have
but
only
when I'm not
work from home
home,
situation.
I travel.
You have the only work from home situation that requires you to be home almost never.
Yes. So I mean that is it. When I'm not working from home, I am traveling. So you know sometimes it's a bonus, sometimes it's not. But I do get to go, and you got to take the good with the bad. I do get to go. I do get to see a lot of things that otherwise a lot of people don't get that much exposure to so many different places.
Mm-hmm.
So I do have that advantage. So I do enjoy it. But I'll tell you, it makes going home just that much better.
Yeah,
Much better.
I believe
So
it.
now we have our E.H. Taylor, and again in fancy Dave hotel fashion, I've got the paper cup.
Of course, nice. The only thing better would be one of those plastic cups from the bathroom.
I don't know if they've got them here, but they did have this over on the little coffee bar.
Nice.
So
Drinking hot top shelf bourbon out of a paper cup.
yeah, I'll tell you, as you get closer to say a city like the Hamptons,
Yeah.
a town or something like the Hamptons,
Yeah,
reasonably priced hotels are harder and harder to find.
I believe it.
Boutique hotels are all over the place.
Right.
But I love my Marriotts, and I try to stay at a Marriott as often as possible. So
Is there?
I love the points.
Well, yeah, Mr. Gatsby. Matt Harmon asked, why didn't you stay at an Airbnb and get a sweet house
They have character.
and use sheets?
Which
Let me put that on you. Let me put that on your expense report and see how it works out.
tell them you're saving money.
I can tell them that, but proving it's going to be a different matter.
Right, exactly. Hey,
So here we go.
So try
We have
this-
Taylor out of a paper cup.
try the top
What are you
shelf bourbon.
drinking? What are you drinking while I'm going through this level?
So I'm drinking, just going a little old-fashioned, get some Woodford Reserve in.
Just can't go wrong with Woodford Reserve.
You can't. This
I
is a
think I
good
just
classic
poured a
bourbon.
whole lot of bourbon. Holy cow!
I just polished off the last of the tin cup.
Yeah, he drank all my tin cup, so I gotta go buy a new bottle.
All the tin cup.
I'll have a new one by next week.
It's the only reason I come.
I believe that. I believe it.
All right.
How's the E.H.
So,
Taylor?
is that your standard? Is that this the standard Woodford that you're drinking?
Yeah, it's just a normal Woodford Reserve. I have another bottle coming from the private distribution
The barrel.
I'm aware of, but that'll be here soon, hopefully.
Hey, I've invited some folks to watch this, so you've got to give a plug to the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Oh, so apparently we need to plug the Pittsburgh Penguins. I hear the zoo there is fantastic, and their Antarctic exhibit is just fantastic. So there are penguins. There's sea lions. The penguins in Pittsburgh are top notch.
Top notch.
If I'm understanding,
What's funny
Emperor
is
penguins.
he actually may not
Yeah.
know.
they have emperor
who the
penguins,
Pittsburgh
and they might even have some
Penguins
macaronis. So
Yes, and the Penguins play hockey.
they play hockey. What is it,
Yes.
like a circus?
It really is.
That's amazing. They taught penguins how to play hockey. Will there be no end to just the amazingness of the talented people in Pittsburgh?
They really are wonderful.
They are. They seem
Oh, yes.
a little fishy, but look, hey, they're cute. They're cute.
Here's the Penguins playing hockey.
who Who knew they could even do such a thing?
Go Sports Puck.
How do they
I
hold
didn't even know they had thumbs.
Well, how do they hold the sticks with their tiny little flippers?
They tape them.
I don't. Oh, they staple them. That's. I think.
What?
How's your bourbon tasting, David?
Oh, I should have waited until after you said that before I take the trick.
Nothing worse than
Staple them.
your nose.
Staple. Well, we're going to have PETA outside of our door in the morning.
A pita flatbread
Talking about
sounds amazing.
stapling.
A pita flatbread sounds amazing right now. I would totally go for that.
Are they still a thing?
Pita?
Yeah.
PETA's, yeah, man. You can cut the corners of them off, stuff them with chicken salad. Oh,
true.
it's good.
They
That's
really are
really-
good. Except they
it's-
always fall apart when I.
Like a PETA pocket, yeah.
It's true. Well, yeah, here's stuff is forget the healthy stuff. Stuff it full of like cheese and pepperoni. Pitas are amazing.
Oh,
So also one of the
why are you
lamest
talking about cheese
characters.
pepperoni?
Also one of the lamest characters in the Hunger Games. So go figure.
All right. You see, you got the fat guy excited. That means there's something ridiculously unhealthy coming up. So I'm over in Buffalo,
Okay.
and I'm at Duff's, which is where I guess everybody makes a big deal out of Duff's buffalo wings.
Yeah.
And they also have this thing called a pizza log or something like that. It is basically a mozzarella with pepperoni wrapped around it and then rolled up in an egg roll and then deep fried.
That sounds amazing.
Yes. It is every bit of awesome as you think it is.
That sounds really, really good.
It was absolutely delicious.
A pizza.
Although I will say this about if you go to New York, into Buffalo, you go to Duff's, you got these signs all over the place that say, this sauce is hot, this sauce is very hot, and hot sauce is very, very hot. Warning. Well, I'm like, all right.
Yep.
I got hair on my chest. Let's have the hot sauce then. So they bring out a little cup of hot sauce, and I'm dipping my fries in it. This stuff is like nothing to me. I'm like, oh, give me some more of that. So we order the wings with the hot sauce, and me and the guy that's traveling with me, he's from Texas,
Yeah.
and we're just sitting there just crushing these hot wings because to us, wasn't even close to hot.
So it's not that bad.
It is not that hot. So when you walk in there and they tell you, careful, these are really hot.
They don't know.
Nah.
Well-
Nah, Frank's Red hot sauce, you'll be fine.
I still have
If you can do Frank's Red, you're fine.
this one chip challenge stuff here that nobody's willing to challenge me on the one chip challenge.
It looks to me like I got two people on the screen right now.
What do you mean?
I've got you, and there's a Mr. Matthew Harmon right behind that coffin-shaped box.
This would melt his intestines.
It would melt my intestines, and I don't give in to peer pressure when it's going to be something that would kill me.
This literally says, warning, this chip will destroy you. So,
Well, it's not peer pressure. We're just calling you a sissy if you don't do it.
I'm perfectly comfortable with that.
it's not peer pressure, but we hate you.
Matthew is a sissy. Matthew is a sissy.
I'll wear a dress.
Wow, the
But
quality.
I'm not eating the chip.
Stevie got off the channel, and the quality of the content just took a nosedive.
It's true. He was the only thing holding us together.
Well,
We need
a
we
preemie
need
date.
Stevie back.
Yeah, can you believe that's dedication. He's literally in
Dude.
the hospital holding his preemie 4-pound baby.
Well, that's how we used to do it.
And
All our
he's
babies
still
were
he's still
premature.
willing to put the time in to speak to us,
Yeah.
idiots.
Back in my day, babies were allowed to gestate for 4 weeks. And then they were brought into the world. They made them tougher back then.
But
Hey, Wes. There's a word. There's a saying you keep saying about me, and I think you need to reassign that to Matt.
but
Matt, your wife's a lucky woman.
She really is.
it's true. Mrs. Matthew Harmon, you're a lucky lady to be with such a wonderful guy like this.
That's why I'm allowed over here.
Just comment 2 thumbs up if you need us to send help.
Exactly. Which one of them, him or her?
Either one. I'd say more her.
Well, I mean, he's in the background, and I'm nickels and dollars. She's not watching this
Yeah,
show.
there's no way she's watching.
No, she's not.
In fact, the reason he comes over is because she kicks him out of the house and he has to go someplace. So,
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I mean, to be honest, we all need to give our wives some space from time to time. Just,
it's true.
that's
So,
I'm sending mine down to Disney in July. Here, just go.
just
Yeah, here.
go have fun. Hey, so
Go have
speaking of
fun.
which, Mother's Day is right around the corner. We should have done a whole episode just on the marketing of Mother's Day.
That sounds like a special to me. That sounds like a Underdog Journey special. Hey, what episode are we on tonight?
We're on 95 tonight.
95. Whew.
We've been on
95.
95 consecutive weeks, and nobody's kicked us off yet, except the one time that Facebook cut our feed.
Yeah, well, Facebook kicked us off once, but that's just because you said.
I used those magic words that you can't say on Facebook.
Yeah.
What are they?
I'm not going to say it again.
Yeah, we can't say it.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Because they're listening.
In all his Android data facilities is watching. And so I was texting somebody the other day, and I made a joke about a Twilight joke, right?
Mm-hmm.
The sparkly vampire movie.
Sure.
Things. And
you mean the guy
literally
who's Batman?
Yeah. Actually, the new Batman, we'll talk about that in a minute. But anyway, tonight on movie reviews from the Underdog Journey. Now, so literally like a half hour later, I'm just scrolling. There's like 4 or 5 messages and things from that movie.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yeah, you're not watching us at all, are you?
They listen, honestly. So this is no joke. I almost texted you to let you know. Last week, we were talking about...
candles. You did text us. You did text me.
Okay, so I did text you. Okay, so...
You did text me, yes.
So David and I, last week, we were talking about candles. And he was making fun of me because I have some candles here. But the problem is...
I wasn't making fun of you. We were both looking for candles.
Yeah, but here's the thing. So I never get these ads. And guess what I saw on my Instagram feed? Ads for candles. I'm telling you, they say they're not listening. They're listening. And here's the funny thing. I'm in marketing. I've been in marketing for many years. And even people in my industry say that's not supposed to be possible. Tell me how that's happening then. We all know it happens. It happens.
Yeah. It does. Absolutely.
Because you sent text. They're watching your text messages.
No, we didn't.
No.
No, I
We were
texted you to
talking
let you
about
know
it
about the
over
ad that I-
Skype.
We were literally just talking about it on the stream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were just talking about it on screen.
Out though,
And
you called me a sissy, and you're buying candles.
It's true. It's true. Only the flowery ones, though.
All right.
I only buy candles from Gwyneth Paltrow's company. That is a joke. If you knew what I was talking about. So everybody out there watching and listening, Google Gwyneth Paltrow candle, and you will be horrified beyond belief. You might burn your eyeballs out.
I think I know what it is.
He's
No,
Googling
I'm not
it.
Googling that.
He's Googling it. He didn't know what I'm talking about.
Well, I mean, he'll enjoy.
You might like that, Matt. I mean, guess what you're getting for Christmas this year?
Tell Matt, he'll Google anything.
Guess what Matt's getting for Christmas this year?
I would use incognito mode if I were you, Matthew.
Oh my God, no, it's not going to be that bad, is it?
Gwyneth Paltrow. This is a candle she actually sent from her company.
Every time you guys tell me to
So here's what I want to know.
incognito
So
mode.
I'm not going to mention what the candle is. I'll let you guys search this for yourselves. I want to know. So, with any kind of product, whether it's a flavor or a scent, somebody has to test this thing. Who was on the testing board to sniff the candle versus the real thing and say, yeah, these two things are kind of close, or yeah, it could use some work here? Who was doing this? Because that's
All right.
somebody's job.
So we're that close to getting kicked off of our second show on Facebook.
Well, David, I do notice that I think Matt hopped on my Wi-Fi right then
All right,
because
I'm off.
he did the searching and your feed got really, really slow.
I don't ever need to see that again.
Yeah.
Am I right? Who was the tester who said, this kind of smells close, but it could use a little bit more of this aroma versus that?
So I have something
What's
really
good?
amazing
His
to talk
spirit
about,
fingers.
and it's business related.
Okay.
So we had a speaker in at school today, right?
Okay.
And she was talking. She was an intern at this company. Can I say the company's name?
Yeah.
Ivory Press.
Okay.
They sell a lot of artistic drawings, but they sell these day planners, right?
Okay.
In these day planners, and then they sell these packs of stickers, which grown adults then put in the day planners, like pictures of cleaning or coffee cups or microwaves or whatever. And they put them in the day planner, and then they take pictures of the day planners and put them on social media. Then the intern was saying they don't just buy one pack of stickers. Mm-hmm. They come in and buy one pack of stickers from every category.
Yeah, it's a good business model.
I get it. I can understand that.
Who
Now,
would buy
so Wes
stickers
and I have actually touched.
for a day plan?
No, Wes and I have actually touched on this.
What?
We've talked about how good Pizza Hut could do, what MySpace could do, and what somebody like Blockbuster, if they would have to look at the model and see how to really put it together, but how they can do, and it's all based off of nostalgia.
You're right. So, and things like this.
It's a psychological sale.
There's a whole community built around these stickers.
But here's the thing. So with this particular thing, though, they're not necessarily making the money from the day planner. They're making the money from the stickers.
Yes.
It's like when you buy gas, the gas station. So the gas is what they call in that industry a sales leader. No, not sales leader.
A sales thing.
A sales thingy. And basically, they're not necessarily making the money off the gas. They're making the money off all the other garbage that you buy while you're filling up your gas tank.
That's why I never buy the garbage.
A loss leader. They call it a loss leader. In fact,
Boss leader, that's what I'm looking for.
movie theaters do the same thing.
I was like you had leader in there.
Yeah.
I know it's leader, but
Movie,
wait, we said a business buzzword.
movie theaters do the same thing. Yeah, we got a drink. They're not making money on the movie tickets. They're making money on the popcorn and the soda that you buy. By the way, Stevie just came on and he left a comment saying, "Thanks for having me on, fellas. I'll wait for your orders tonight." And Stevie, I will totally place my order tonight, and I'm looking forward to trying your testing your product. And when you get around to the smoke eater products, David and I will be more than happy to test that on all legal non-prescription smokes.
Not the marijuana.
Not the marijuana. We don't do the marijuana. I'd be the worst person to buy drugs.
I would say.
See, that's why I could never get into drugs because I'd be like,
Tristan, I would
where do I even go to buy drugs?
Marijuana.
Hey, can I buy some drugs from you? I'm not a cop, I promise. I don't know how to do it.
Some of the heroin.
Heroin. It's my. I like books with female lead characters. I like the heroine.
Yes, they're very good, well-written books, I'm sure.
Exactly. The Hunger Games was full of great heroine.
God bless this meth.
All right, how are you going to spin that?
Method acting. Method acting.
Method acting.
Methadone acting. I don't know. It's in there somewhere.
There's something to be done. Okay.
It's
All
getting
right.
weird. It's
Gee,
getting weird in here.
Stevie, I need you to put the kid to bed and come back on, man. This thing went.
It's true, Stevie. As soon as you left, we just went right downhill.
Yeah, we did. This went from anything in business to just, you know what? We're just going to shoot the breeze night, which I got to tell you, we love to do. So
Should spend an entire night
heck
on
yeah,
stickers.
We could spend a whole night talking about the stickers.
we
get
could
those
because
orders on.
it is because it's so much more than just a sticker. It is, like I said, it is a psychological sell. It does touch the nostalgia aspect, and it does touch it in a big way. And Wes and I have talked about this many times, and Wes is a huge advocate for it, about how nostalgia can sell and how it would sell and can sell right now.
Look, if whoever owns the IP and the URL and the website for MySpace, if they relaunched it as classic MySpace and put it up as a direct competitor to, and actually really hit hard at that nostalgia game, and put some flash games on there and let people know they can customize it the way they want to, bring back Tom. Everybody knew Tom. Like, they could, even if they didn't compete monetarily directly with Facebook, they could still clean up enough. They'd be very, very wealthy moving forward. Way better than the weird musical thing they're trying to push now.
Well, real quick, this is what MySpace is right now. So there's a company called Specific Media Group. And Justin Timberlake, I think he was one of the Spice Girls, and they bought the company for $35 million back in 2016.
$35 million.
So it's kind of a music collaboration page and kind of pushing small music. I love the idea. I wish they'd got their own name and pushed it by its own self.
Right.
Because I think MySpace is far more valuable as a completely separate entity. So if they were to take the content from what is MySpace right now, move it over to a completely new and solely branded music channel or a music space, it could be and probably would be far more successful than it is now. And MySpace has the same exact
Right.
vertical that Meta or Facebook
Yeah.
wants to be right now.
And look, and they should hire us because there's no reason why they can't play those two off of each other. Let's say they move MySpace back to being social media. At the same time, they could get My Tunes or My Music or something like that and have that be the musical side. And the two can play off of each other. Guess what? The functionality is interchangeable. And you can use each other to build bigger and bigger. Look, Justin Timberlake. Lay off whatever you call
Spice Girls,
whatever you call those Canadian French fries with the gravy on them. Lay off of those things.
poutine.
Yeah, I was gonna say it, but the way I was gonna say it sounded very inappropriate.
I mean, we all say it inappropriately on purpose.
I can't say it. It would sound very inappropriate if I said it. So what you need to do is you need to hire David and I to come in, tell you how to make some money off MySpace, because look, the window of time for that nostalgia game is getting smaller and smaller by the day. But right now, if you want to cash in on nostalgia, there's never been a better time.
Yeah, I mean, they could crush it over there.
Awesome.
They could crush it. I think it would be a great move. And unfortunately, MyTunes.com is taken because I would have bought that in a heartbeat on GoDaddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, MyTunes is gone. But I mean, I'm curious now what MyTunes is.
Well,
because that is an excellent name.
Go for it, David. Tell us what.
It's nothing. It's an upstream certificate, untrusted. It's owned by somebody not doing anything with it.
Right. And you're telling me that Justin Timberlake and the people who bought MySpace couldn't pick.
Yeah, specific media group can't work their way around that. Well, I mean, look at what was it that
What'd you say?
Tesla Motor Company?
Yeah.
I mean, he had to pay that guy out in California.
Oh.
I mean, it wasn't an obscene amount of money for what Tesla is, but it was substantial.
Well, if you remember the story when Facebook changed their name to Meta, they had to buy out Meta.com from some PC repair company. So look.
Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah.
Or I think we talked last week. Was it you I was talking about with So Stevie says 50,000. I'm not sure 50,000 what, but 50,000 something.
How much somebody bought the name from?
The name 50,000 what? Give us some details, Stevie.
Stevie, they had to buy the name Stevie.
We're going to need some insight on it. Are you expecting 50,000 orders from us tonight?
I'm spending $50,000 on my dog's not that incontinent yet, but she's gonna. I might need your help. But by the way, everybody, seriously, go check out Stevie Evans' website. Go to Bentley's PetSupply.com. We got the link in the comments there.
Yeah, the links in the comments there. Go check them out.
But so the nostalgia game is huge. Matt Harmon's still talking about stickers for some reason.
Because I'm so blown away that somebody could come up with this concept and it works.
Yeah, and you know who's buying it?
Oh, 50,000.
Teenage girls.
No, these are adults buying it. Adults buying it.
Okay, people with the minds of teenage girls.
Okay.
Did that sound?
Sorry, Wes.
Did that sound bad?
Wes. Teenage girls don't get nostalgia.
Elon. So Stevie says Elon bought it for $50,000, I think.
Yeah, Tesla Motor Company. He had to pay the guy out in California.
Right, and you know what? I'll bet that guy in California he held out for more than $50,000.
I bet. Yeah, I would agree. I would agree as well.
After Musk just bought Twitter for $45 billion.
I don't know, when I got 50,
so
I was pretty happy.
Oh, hey, by the way, here's some big news. So Elon just came out and said that within 3 years he wants to launch send Twitter back to being publicly owned. So I think he wants to own it just long enough to make whatever changes he wants, make it profitable. Because here's something people don't really know: Twitter technically hadn't been profitable like the entire time. So I think he wants to turn it around, make his changes, and then take it public again after he has control. So look, like it or not, I mean, Elon Musk is a businessman. He's not going to lose money on this thing.
I sold my shares.
No.
Well, you didn't have a choice. It's private now.
Well, no, I sold my shares before it went public.
Oh, you mean you lost money?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Matt, that's why you're not very financially successful.
That's exactly why. Yeah.
Well, Matt, look here. Now,
what you don't
understand. One of these days, that guy's going to watch our show and see us mimicking him, and he's like, "Them sons of." Britches.
He already says that.
He knows. He knows. He has to know.
Sons of bitches.
Papa said. Hey, anybody get that reference? That's a Christmas story.
They just did the Christmas story and you missed it.
Oh, I.
Just
So-
laugh.
She's ignoring us. It's fine.
But there's a flower sale that starts.
My current wife is looking at flowers, not listening to us.
I forgot it starts.
Hey, there's a candle you can get.
Oh, yeah. For Mother's Day, I'm getting her Gwyneth Paltrow's candle.
About time.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah, the vagina candle. Yeah, we're going to a painting thing.
Whoa.
Yeah, we are.
Whoa. We're still on the air. Let's not have that in the background because it will transcribe. Well, we just
Facebook.
lost priority.
Facebook.
The hoo-hoo dilly candle.
The hoo-hoo. Yeah, Facebook. Try and transcribe hoo-hoo dilly.
The Hot Pocket.
The Hot Pocket. I had some commentary there. Anybody who's eating a Hot Pocket.
Ladies
Okay,
and
it's getting
gentlemen,
weird. We gotta change
Dave.
subjects real
That's
quick.
Midwest, and we got to get off here before we get kicked off.
And yeah, so Stevie Evans, thanks for joining us. You left
Yeah,
just the right
absolutely.
time.
Oh, quick review.
Yes, how is
so
the,
usually I like my bourbons with ice.
Yes.
I like to drink cold things, but this E.H. Taylor, once you get it worked around your mouth and you get your flavor to it, it is quite easy to drink.
Nice.
And I am fearful for my liver over the next couple of days.
Nice. You mean tonight? You're gonna.
Tomorrow morning during business meetings is going to be interesting. It's going to be a great time.
Oh, David, have fun with that.
I will not.
All right. Well, we're going to sign off. In the meantime, Stevie, thanks for joining us. I've been West. This guy's been David. This guy's been Matt Harmon. That lady over there is my current wife, and that is my cat, Roxy. And we'll see you guys next time. Almost.